Hi guys, today we're looking at the TADA68. This is from Originative. They sent along this nice thank you card. Thank you, Originative. This I know very little about. I ordered this some time ago, and to be honest, I can't remember much about it. What I can tell you is it has 68 keys, and then I kept the receipt here just so you could see. This costs 75 bucks. It's a 75 bucks mechanical keyboard. This one has Gateron clears with printed keycaps and LEDs. But straight away, this is a... You guys know who watch my channel, and if you don't, you should subscribe. But you guys know I'm into packaging, and this is a beautiful package. Black box with this gold print on it. It looks very nice. The only other thing on the box besides that is this black label which identifies what it is. It's very difficult to see because it's black and the markings are in black, but it looks like I have white selected and I also have black selected. I'm not really sure what it is, but besides that, let's have a look inside here. Okay, inside we're greeted by cardboard. And I'm going to say that this is a keyboard right here. Besides that, it comes with a couple, with one accessory, which is a USB cable. This is USB mini. Just checking there's nothing else in the box. There's nothing else in the box. It's pretty. It's nice, actually. It's got like a... For a $75 keyboard, the first impression is, wow, that's nice. That's a nice keyboard. These are Gateron clears. Gateron clears are a non-tactile 35-gram linear switch. The keycaps are nice and well presented. One thing that surprised me when I pulled it out, just given the shape and the way I thought things were going, I thought that this was going to be a metal base, but it's not a metal base. It's like a thick plastic base. You can see there it's got an angle to it. As far as I like my keyboards, that's a very nice angle for me. It feels really good. Some things I need to do straight away. Flip over that space bar. So this is a 68 key layout. That's to say it's what would normally be a 60% keyboard, but they've included the arrow cluster and they've got a single row up this side here. Adding the arrow keys, of course, makes sense if you'd like to go with one like that. And I'd just like to show you, by comparison, this is the Leopold FC660C, the Topre version. You can see that this keyboard is a little bit wider. You can see what they've done here. This is like a 3/4 shift. This is like a half shift. That's not true. I'm using the wrong terms there. Don't quote me on that. But what I'm saying is this is a short shift. This is an even shorter shift. Okay, moving this one aside for a second. If I was to grab a 60% keyboard, it would fit like this. So you can see compared to the normal 60% keyboard, it's just that little bit wider, but a little bit narrower than the Leopold. Okay, cool. Let's get inside and take a quick look. One of the first things I want to do is remove this space bar, so that's where I'll start. First thing to say is there is a stainless steel plate under there. That stainless steel plate, don't know if you can see much of it. That stainless steel plate is actually, it's quite thick. I mean, compared to a lot of other boards out there, that's definitely a thick stainless steel plate. It looks like it's brushed. It's not sandblasted, but it looks like it's got some sort of textured striations on it. Again, if you were to compare that to, say, the KC60, this looks like a much higher quality plate than you'll find on the KC60. They're using cherry stabs. This is indeed Gateron clears. The Gateron clears have clear tops, and you can see that my version came with white LEDs. Again, for 75 bucks, it's pretty darn good. This space bar has a little bit of flex to it. It's not the stiffest that I've come across. I can't immediately tell if these are PBT or ABS. That is definitely PBT. These are PBT die sub keycaps. And again, on a $75 keyboard, this is very high quality. Not something you would expect necessarily to see. Well, it looks good, but the only way to really tell is to take it apart. Now, I don't know where the pieces are here, but I'm just going to... I was just assuming that they were in the same sort of location as they are on the poker, but it does not seem that they are. There's a screw hole there. That's all of them that I can see for the moment. Let's pull those screws out and then we'll have a quick look. Okay, looking at the back here, there's a couple of things to say straight off. There are two LEDs on the back that actually go through the case here on the sides. Those line up to these two LEDs here. That's quite a nice feature. On the back, there's this push button to, I was going to say reset, but this is a fully programmable keyboard. We'll do programming in a follow-up video, but this is a programmable keyboard. So the way you enter the programming mode is with this button. USB mini there. Just going to take a quick look. This is the Atmega 32U4, which is the chip of choice, basically. Most programmable keyboards, most good ones anyways, have the Atmega 32U4 on them. It's great to see it on here. Again, for 75 bucks, this is really, so far it looks like a really great bargain. You can see here, now that I'm looking at the side of it, you can see here just how thick that stainless steel plate is. Again, it's really good quality. Originative guys, I'm definitely impressed, especially at this price point. Now, I tend to comment on the solder job, and just so you know, I can see quite a bit of flux. There's quite a bit of flux staining on there, so this board wasn't really cleaned up afterwards. Probably not. These are made in a factory, so I can imagine that not too many people are going to be expecting someone to look at the bottom the way I am, but it is something that I notice. The soldering job on some of them, like the escape key, is a little bit dry. It's certainly not bad though. It's not bad. It's looking pretty good. And again, the LEDs, you know, I'm fairly impressed so far. I keep saying that, but I genuinely am. You know, one thing's for sure, it's going to be difficult to find another base to replace on this, because it's a non-standard layout, at least for now. Because it's a non-standard layout, it may be more difficult to find replacement parts for it, but you know, you're buying a complete keyboard here with LEDs. At this price point, I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen anything this compelling before. I haven't even turned it on. I haven't even checked that the LEDs work. I haven't even checked that the board itself works. And I would say I would already buy this over the KC60. It's just better quality. Okay, let's put it back together. Now, this doesn't come with instructions out of the box. You'll need to look this up online in order to figure out what you're doing. You know, one of the areas you might say that they've saved a bit of money is on this USB cable, which is nothing extraordinary. But hey, if you're going to buy a nice USB cable, you don't really need it to come with the keyboard. I'll throw in a little plug for 1UP Keyboards, custom USB cables. Why not? That would look really good with this setup. But it's definitely one place that they've saved a bit of money. There we go with the LEDs. I'm going to turn the lights off so you can see him. The flicker on the screen is not being experienced IRL. This seems to be going through the different modes. I didn't think it was going to do that. Thought it was going to do brightness and stuff. I'm really struggling to figure out the different modes, but basically this one is the one that's on. This is on, this is off, and then there's other modes that I'm struggling to figure out, but I'm sure some further investigation with this would help. This is my first time with Gateron clears, and what I can tell you is when I press things like the apostrophe, I tend to rest my thumb on the spacebar, and it's so light that I can actually press the space without intending it. Well, that has been the TADA68. Don't forget to check out the follow-up video where I'll go through how to program this keyboard. My initial impressions are it's very good, especially for the money. This keyboard with PBT die sub keycaps would probably have cost you a significant amount more just a very short while ago. And that it comes with Gaterons as opposed to cherries. And Gaterons are very smooth. I'm a big fan of the Gaterons. You know, this is an excellent keyboard. Well done to Originative for sourcing this. It's really nice, and I genuinely have nothing but good things to say. You know, little things like worrying about where to get a keycap set for this should probably factor into your purchase decision. Like, if you're going to buy this, you're going to have to live with these keycaps for a while until you find something that can accommodate this short shift and these short function buttons. You know, got to be realistic about that. Also, you're going to struggle to find a replacement base for this unless Originative is planning to come out with one. Those are two factors that you want to take into account, but besides that, it's really difficult for me to fault this keyboard in any which way. It's beautiful, it's functional, it's fully programmable, it comes with high quality materials, and it's inexpensive. Originative, well done. You definitely get a thumbs up from me. Congratulations on the TADA68. And thank you to everybody who's joined me today. Don't forget to press subscribe on this channel. I do lots of keyboard reviews. If you have any comments or questions, please post them in the comment section below. Check the About section for relevant links to this and everything on my desk. If you decide that you'd like to help this channel along, you can do so by buying me a coffee in the About section, or you can support us on Patreon. Thanks again for tuning in today, guys. We'll see you again soon.